I'm also interested to see what facet he goes for, because I was tearing my hair out trying to figure out why a lot of these Dooms were going the devil's bargain.
The devil's bargain,
right?
yeah.
And it is not wanting to get off onto these qualifiers on a bad foot. They want to make sure that they're just huddling under the safer spot, and both of them have the exact same mentality. They're not going to go the same way. They're going to go opposite directions, maybe just assuming that Nothing to Say isn't actually going to provide all that much to team fights, but he's going to walk into all of this Old Warrior lineup, potentially. Just ends up placing up his Observer Ward now, and he's going to be able to walk away, though. Look at how much protection that mid lane is getting as well. Observer Ward on both sides of the river, so it really just goes to show how much, not pressure, but responsibility they're giving through to Setsu.
Yeah, a lot of emphasis on that mid lane for sure. Oh, but this CK could be in trouble here. Firefly is going to get walked out by the Gyro with the body blocks. Crystal Nova to slow down the CK. I mean, Fire Spirits are annoying, but JT is just going to walk him down, get in front of the CK, and gather up first blood for Baboka.
The run at you has started, Garrett, means that it is kind of like a roller coaster. Incredibly strong when you've got it up, but when you don't, you're just so vulnerable.
Yeah, kind of similar to that old, Arctic Burn, Winter Wyvern, Pos 5 support.
Yeah.
And Winter Wyvern has...
Oh, I know that very well.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you do. But, much worse time for the Winter Wyvern, for sure. Whereas Phoenix can obviously, add a level of dive, bring in that super Sunray, it's being made. So, the hook up top, grab the Ursa, spike him up, rot him down. Trying to TP in here with Baboka to save him. Monet gets a bit of distance, and they'll turn onto Old Eleven. Kaka being chased by X-Nova now. Rocket Barrage is out, but in comes the Phoenix with damage over time onto the Crystal Maiden to finish her off. Poki's coming back off cooldown as well. They'll chase into Baboka, so the turn on turn on turn on turn. So many swings there. But Old 11 comes out with a double kill, and Ursa survives, but a victory for Old Warrior yet again.
Yet again, and well, this is it. It's the feast. I'm just trying to think when G2IG can actually do anything now, right? Because Ursa's going for a Battle Fury. That's going to take ages to have an impact. X-Nova's probably about to die here underneath the tower. It still did give them a little bit more space to be able to get into that next item.
Yeah, and although, the way we're talking about it and the way the game has felt, the flow of things has been Old Warrior making the move, stepping forward and pressuring G2IG. The net worth difference, the map state isn't that much in their favor, right? We're still looking at G2IG hitting their item timings, not being too bothered by the way things are. So I feel like this next 10 minutes, until minute 20 is where Old Warrior have to really start to build.
But I think they're just trying to make a little bit of space for Old 11 to be able to get into the Ags. Never mind, he actually just wants to come mid to try and make this fight happen. Misses with the hook though.
And now, the turnaround, we've seen plenty of these. The Doom is down, the dive will come back, and the Phoenix is dragged back in towards them. No way out of this. Buys a bit of time with the Astral, but dead regardless. Should be helped by JT and X-Nova, who have also come through that twin gate to play aggressively onto Fly. This Chaos Knight has backup arriving. Primal split, the Void pushes him back in towards the cooldown. A lot of damage there. Will dispatch with the Chaos Knight quickly, and now onto the OD as well. A Frostbite follows through with Monet's move. Sunray is coming in to try and heal them up. The Supernova down as well. The Freezing Field, though, they try and take down Setsu. They succeed as Monet trades his life for the OD.
Old 11's looking for a hook on the back line.
He's wrapping around.
Not the creep wave.
Caught a creep, went fishing, found a boot. I mean, in the end, that's 2 cores for the price of 1, and you
should be able to see that Lotus Pool is being yoinked away a little bit. This is probably going to be another dead CK.
Oh, he's going to stop the freezing field. Turn onto X-Nova, get the kill. Old 11 now coming in with a good Cyclone there, sends him skyward. There's QIQX and Setsu have both arrived on the scene.
AoE damage.
Dive away with a Supernova, backing him up. JT, another Cyclone, but they're going to jump onto the Earth Panda and take him down.
All right. That AoE damage that really not a 2-for-1 trade, especially if it's all going through to Setsu, right? We mentioned that he needs to be the one getting onto the backlines. He needs to be the one starting off, and they're actually going to be the ones hitting the first. Roshan as well. OD, one of those heroes that really does rip through Roche very, very quickly, especially if you've got these abilities to be able to slow down a lot of the outgoing damage, like the Fire Spirits, of course. Taking that away from an Ursa is huge.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this was meant to be Ursa, Battle Fury, Blink, and then try go Roche after a team fight. Take that out of his pocket. He's a sad little bear. Yeah, this is a G2IG draft that still needs another 10 minutes or so to really feel like they're doing stuff, right? Because yeah, we kind of avoided the word greed.
Mid-tower's kind of low, right? I wouldn't be surprised if JT just sent his Earth Panda towards that mid lane and backdoored it. There really isn't anything stopping them from... Hold on. Maybe...
Saw the Doom onto the Lion.
Oh,
Nothing to take getting away. As QX is taken down by the Storm Panda. Cheeky little fella.
He was inside of his invis, the Windwalk, and then he just is able to recall another Bruling instead. It is going to be the Fire Panda, so again, when he gets pinged out, so this is twice now that a bit of a mistake has happened around these smoke timings. They're going to go for one of their own. It looks like they're all clumping up together. They know that they're fighting for this Roche. This is going to be so key to the tempo that this game has.
Right, this is the most important portion of the game right now, the most important moment of the game, potentially. But this is where the Radiant have been getting ready to get to that. A real big, strong power spike where they 5-man fight, they get the next Roshan, and they look to dominate the map. Whereas G2IG have been waiting, slowly deliberating how they enter this fight with their itemization, the mild net worth lead they have. But this ability to outplay in team fights is pretty massive for G2IG. We're going to look for that Brewmaster against CK. Look for that Ursa to take out the Phoenix Supernova through the overpower. Try and find where X-Nova's lurking in the shadows to get a good freezing field down.
They toss the OD up. They want to go.
They're trying to move forward. They stun up that Storm Panda. Fly dealing with it. The first move not really made just yet. So scouting of the Panda, then moving with a bit of vision from X-Nova. They see the Phoenix yet again as JT just sprints forward. Brewmaster wants to get involved in the thick of things, dismembered up, but in comes Monet. Supernova's drop, but this primal split causing problems for the Pudge. They've taken him down. Old 11 killed off and buys back as Flyfly and Kaka still lurking in the shadows here, trying to re-enter. They miss out the stuns. The Doom does get disabled at the end of his BKB, but QIQX dying to this primal split of JT. Oh my god, they just get straight on top of the CK. Monet nothing to say. Dispatch with him quickly. Kaka's in trouble. It's all in disarray now. The Doom will get hooked back by the Pudge. They've got a lot of damage, but nothing to say. Tanking through it all. The Doom is there on the Pudge. Shivers to slow him down. JT picks up a double kill. The supports are gone. And Setsu finally gets a kill here, but G2IG have destroyed them, dismantled them. A triple kill for JT. A 6-for-1 trade. Old Warrior retiring.
Yeah, it's Geriatric Warrior after that one, and I mean, they were able to get on through. Such a big boon. Another deep ward placed down as well by X-Nova, just looking to scout out if they were looking to try and do a similar sort of thing. They know that they've got quick ways to be able to get across the map. Even, I mean, we've been talking about JT a lot. He's got the boots of travel, so he is moving like an absolute race car across the map. They know there's only so many places they can be, right?
He's being eyed up by this Storm Panda. There's no one else coming as Kaka's going to die to Monet, eaten up by the Ursa. Oh, and a
T1 that you're wanting here. If he is looking to indeed commit, but you just see how fast they're able to take that Roshan.
Aegis and Cheese.
Getting punished a little bit there. So what G2IG were delaying the game for isn't actually going to be beneficial. All the while, yeah, the observers picked up on it. JT is just using this demolished Panda to come down here, and Setsu's had to respond to it, so maybe they're going to be able to get them on the retreat.
And the chase is on. Look at them go. Baboka charging forward. His smoke breaks. He knows someone is right in front of him. They can't quite get there, though. Nothing to say, and JT just a little too distant to make the move.
Just to be able to push out mid, push out bot. Sure, you're taking a little bit of that chip damage on top, but I'd say that's a big win. This is the first time they've been able to do it all game.
It's not just chip damage, though, hey?
Not anymore.
It's nearly just a tier 3 gone.
Oh, maybe a hook, though. Look at Old 11. He's setting up for it.
Oh, he's trying. CK's into the backlines as well. The hook to drag his teammate away from danger and save him. Pretty wild initiation there as Old 11...
further behind. Hold on, though.
This is big.
It's a good ward placed down by X-Nova, though.
He's not going to see them until the smoke breaks now. Now he spots the CK and OD. The Ursa jumps into the backline. They caught out the OD. Setsu's in serious trouble, but now he's tanking up with the barrier on him. Still swiped down by Monet. Supernova is going to try and hold him back here as Old 11 just runs towards JT, but a Doom comes out from nothing to say to claim another life yet again. G2IG with the better reactions, the better execution to kill off the CK in the backlines now. A little sad for them that Roshan's not alive. But Old Warrior, man, they tried with that sneaky wraparound, but just fighting into G2IG with all the answers they have is so difficult.
Yeah, they've got all the answers. Like you said, you've even got double siege creep wave down bottom as well. Moments when it comes down to, controlling waves, understanding where the enemy team is looking to play. basically, it's one of the easiest games that you could play if you're Monet, for example, right? He has just been set up entirely by his team.
All right, just farm to your items. It feels like that for all their cores, honestly, though. It's just bide your time, farm to your items, and don't worry about a death here or there. Once we get to the late game, we're going to be the ones that control the map, and we've got, again, the answers in the team fight. As long as G2IG sees, you know, one or two, and I get it. I can see ways for Old Warrior to begin a fight, but it all needs to go so perfectly for them, right? They've got to catch the right hero, blow them up immediately with, you know, Phantasm already going. A big hit from the OD. Basically, yeah. I can try and blink away from the Ursa. OD just being absolutely annihilated on the left side of the fight, while on the right-hand side of the fight, nothing to say. He's rifted back into the CK here as the Pudge moves forward with a freezing field, and the damage overwhelming them means it's lights out. And G2IG are going to take the game victory here in game number 1. Oh, 11 with his Pudge is out of here.
That is just really solid, right? Overall, team
game plan. But once you come into that first point of contact, things break down very quick. Testing the waters of, you know, here's a yes, lesser team. You're a tier 2 team. I'll let you have Chen, so we'll play and practice against you. It could pretty much blow up anybody of Old Warrior's lineup who are reasonably squishy.
Now, this once again feels like a little bit of bait, right? Monet is just kind of sticking his nose out there. Surely they should know what's going on, and that wasn't a ping coming from Old Warrior, so maybe they're just trying to go for one of the lines that they drew on the map previously in game number 1, that sort of rotation. They know it's safe to go up onto the high ground, and QX needs to be very careful on this CM. They see him.
Oh, howdy.
He does not.
Walks back up the staircase, sees 3 heroes there. QX trying to edge towards the bounty rune, but dead. Has nothing to say. Your mid lane Zeus gets first blood, stopping them in their tracks, forcing some reactions out of them. And that Flood Weaver just like, one up. The moment he started doing it, I was like, I'm gonna channel my inner Lacoste here. I'm gonna bring it out.
Very nice though to be able to punish him this early on into the lane, right? I've been talking about Weaver, why it's such a busted hero. It's because of those early timings. So anything that you can do to make him relatively weaker is obviously going to be such a big benefit. So
top lane from a pretty early point. Monet already being hammered by Old 11 and Kaka, just right clicks non-stop, relentless damage coming the way of G2IG in that top spot into Thundergod's Wrath. Throw the Acorn at him, but they can't really follow through when he's quick on the fingers with the Shikuchi. Now, though, maybe QX with the Blood Grenade and the War Stomp coming. Trying to commit for the Maiden, but JT maybe has overstepped and overstayed his welcome here as they get the kill on the Centaur, and maybe with Fly's move forward, Baboka, he's going to die as well.
The lane's very good. This is something that we were praising Old Warrior on in game 1, and I mean, even just the Centaur skill build, which was what I was...
IG getting a number of kills and falling short, but with a move up top, Baboka trying to get the Acorn shot, bushwhack onto the Night Stalker, and there's the Thunder God's Wrath to finish the job. Maiden Pugner looking a little worse for wear, but able to at least be defended by their tier 2 tower as they are tucked back pretty far in this top lane.
Wasn't able to aggressively use the glyph. Hold on,
There's another move. Another freebie.
You know, sending the Seder creep mid, having that inevitable push, because what they did better than anything in that previous game was JT gonna be okay? No, he's not.
Nope. But maybe with a bushwhack into the sharpshooter, thanks to nothing to say his magic damage, they get both of them. On the way out, JT sacrifices himself for a pretty big kill on the Weaver.
Very happy to be able to claim that one. So what I was saying before is, like, what they did best last game was, hold on, even more damage potentially coming for Setsu.
Oh, the chain stuns. Oh, X Nova with the Hurricane and the Centaur stomps, but Setsu's healed back up. The life drain from Kaka comes in clutch. The Wild Wing's coming for you, though. Oh, it doesn't get to the Illusion Rune in time, so Setsu grabs it up.
Get to see a Night Stalker ulti.
So, in the old days, Night Stalker ulti, you wanted to use it like off cooldown because it would extend the nighttime. Is that not the case anymore? Oh, hang on a second.
Hold on.
I'll jump on the Chen. X Nova getting blown up and has the mech, the Hand of God to heal back up. The Centaur stomps, the chain disables on the Slaughter and the Weaver. Time lapse does come. Fly buys a bit of time for himself as Monet now arrives. The freezing field down from QIQX, but it's enraged. The tankiness of the Ursa surviving through it, but not until Old 11 and Fly shuts the door on him. QIQX in the meantime in the backline stomped down, killed off by JT in a 3-for-2 trade. Old 11 still lurking and looking for a straggler to jump on like X Nova. Could be a good target for them.
Good micro of his creep.
Happen anymore. They changed that 10 years ago. So yeah, that's where my brain is still, guys. My brain is a decade in the past, apparently. Thank you, Scriff, for making me feel my age. 6.83, the patch notes. But the jump in from JT, we'll get him moving on to Setsu. Immediate freezing field, the defense of the Slardar kept him alive while Fly's weave, you're right, straight into the backlines of G2IG, breaking the initiation apart. And nothing to say, he's left stranded now, trying to make his way through the river, but he's already spent his heavenly jump. They'll catch him with the Gleipnir and chase him with Setsu. Down goes the Zeus.
And they're not going to make the same mistake as they did in the previous game, right? Letting that Roshan go when they've got the Ursa lineup for themselves, especially when you've got the penitence to enable you to take it just that little bit more easily. Even just the Zeus, right? You rip through Rosh so quickly.
Oh, yeah. Now, this could have been another potential steal for Old Warrior, having Slardar and Weaver on your team. You would love to go and snipe the Roshan. But that's Aegis and a freshly purchased Blink Dagger for Monet now. So Ursa's going to have all the freedom in the world to find his man, pick the target.
Yep. So Old 11, he's going...
Fly basically clears his army. Oh, in the mid lane, JT with nothing to say, trying to make the jump, but the turnaround play here from the Night Stalker and the Pogon are going to blow up the Zeus. Over aggression from G2IG being punished here by Old Warrior as they charge in towards them. The Stampede not used properly, and they've been caught up and rooted.
Those deaths given away on the rest of the heroes. They're not going to be able to make the most out of this. Nothing to say in particular. He is the one that's getting a lot of attention being given over to him. So is JT, though.
Ooh, Atos, Yules, lots of spells being cast on this Weaver, and the Thundergod's Wrath nearly finishes him off, but the Blink Stomp after the time lapse. Fly, Shikuchi away, they've killed the Maiden, she's down and out, but JT, the Hand of God, not enough to save his life. Centaur dead, and the remaining seconds of this Aegis being used through aggression. G2IG wanting that little bit more from this fight, but good resilience there.
Oh my God. What?
Holy shit, okay, Monet. I was going to say good resilience from Old Warrior just to hold back and wait and bide their time. And Monet says, patience? I've got damage. Yeah, I think it's honestly in a good place. Like, my gut reaction was that shit broken. you know? Just like all these glyphed up creeps running towards you.
Hold on.
Monet smoke breaks onto Setsu. The Blink Stomp from JT comes quickly. Decrep, though, buys time, a bit of safety for Setsu to get away. The Thundergod's Wrath doesn't finish him off either. The Swarm is over onto the Chen and his creeps in the back lines as Old 11 makes the real beeline in towards the Hoodwink here. Aggressive move, Crippling Fear trying to silence them up. And a Decrep to buy some time, defend him against the physical damage. They've dragged this fight out to allow Fly to time-lapse away. A move in, though, from JT. The two-man stop is perfect. Allows Monet to get to the Crystal Maiden, but they've got so many saves. Everyone's alive, buying their time, just delaying the fight for as long as possible until they come back in for round 24. Another Crippling Fear, another Gleipnir. They'll kill off. But no, they don't. Old Leather survives. Now he dies. Mocha gets the kill. But they've lost out JT and X-Nova. Monet falls, and Old Warrior have cracked the egg. The Hoodwink... Does Decrep not have a cooldown when Kaka's playing it? Because I was like, Crystal Maiden has a Ghost Scepter, right? No, doesn't. There's like Decrep or not.
And he'll have his buyback after he gets this next creep wave, but in the meantime, they're looking to try and get a quick pick off onto JT here.
Nothing's quick about that, is it? 4,000 health Centaur with Stampede. Yeah, you want someone else.
Shivas.
Can we find it?
Hold on.
Target maybe here with the Crippling Fear. They get onto JT, drop the Nimbus to try and hold them back as they get through the force field and safely into their base. Old 11 BKB tried to play aggressively, but now the turnaround. Fly. Oh my God, the damage!
The bash!
He got the takedown on the Weaver and now onto the Maiden. Monet's Ursa, the Hungry Bears come out to picnic. Setsu trying to sprint away. Let's see, with the Nullifier, the BKB. Blink out by the Slardar, leaving Kaka isolated to die to the rest of them. Setsu does teep. They've still got a little bit of growing to do. It looks like they want to make a play before going into Roche. So he's respawning in less than 10 seconds, but this is the big team fight that's going to lead up into it.
Nothing. I wonder if he even wants to join this team fight at all, or if he feels like he can just stay completely back away from the rest of the team in safety. Because he's got the Nimbus as well to be able to make plays.
Oh my god.
Will that courier give them away? The courier might give them away.
The courier over the top. He's trying to scout the high ground. Radiant Vision. Is that one up on the high ground there? Taken out by Baboka? Yeah, that's gone now. So absolutely both teams know where each other are. JT,
hold on,
with a Thunder God's Wrath, gets on top of Setsu. Forces Old Eleven's hand as well, who pops his ultimate immediately.
No BKBs popped at least. But they really want to just maintain control over this high ground. Not going to be able to though, giving up such valuable vision.
The vision game. Obs Ward getting sniped out. The gem and the sentries paying off big time. In comes Old 11. Again with this BKB crippling fear, trying to get over the top of X-Nova with the Gleipnir and Setsu here. The hand of God and the heal back up with the Greaves. X-Nova, he's going to stay alive a little bit longer. Drag this one out to allow Monet to do the damage.
He's still alive.
Chen is still going. He's alive, up and running. They can't quite catch up to Setsu, but Old 11's going to offer himself to the Nimbus and the Thunder God's Wrath. But nothing to say Zeus will take him down. X-Nova did finally die, but Fly and QIQX trying to Overseal Totem flop away, but down you go. The Centaur, he's a bigger flopper than you are.
It just flops all over him. And it's the additional benefit as well, of course, right, of just being able to get yourself out of that crippling fear when you're playing with the Centaur, right? That's the thing holding him back from being able to pop the Stampede previously. Not so much anymore. Of course, the benefit that you're able to get playing around the additional strength too always feels quite nice. And now he's even got a BKB to play around as well. So I'll be afforded to actually give up that Overseal Totem. They can't run up into this line. They're going to try, but I'm not sure how successful that's going to be. They're so tanky.
I mean, Setsu just puts the puddle down. BKB's up. Goes to Pound Town onto JT. The life drain drops him to about half HP. But the Centaur will flop back away to safety now. Still holding Stampede and the BKB as Fly and Old 11 try to charge forward, but there's the Stampede and a bit of heal. Coming out of the Chen. Pops the Greaves. Everyone stays alive. G2IG in fighting shape just to continue poking this high ground with the Roshan's banner down, the catapults are glyphed up. Not too much here to stop it. And Monet is poking at Old 11 on the right-hand side of the fight as well. And Fly,
take it out.
He tried to come in here, gets stomped up, but they turn onto JT quickly. The Centaur oversteps his bounds as Monet's coming here to clear out the tower. Does get rooted on his way out, and the Nimbus will offer some protection as well. Old 11 on the left side. The zip down. The Thunder God's Wrath. Fly forced the time lapse as Monet goes on the Setsu for the decrypt. Gets the save with Kaka helping out. QIQX dead to the Acorn shot bounce of Baboka. The hoodwink. Fly. Oh, Fly. Are you going to die? Die. He's gone. 94 seconds. Kaka being charged out now with JT stampeding forward. Old Warrior have a couple of buybacks left in them here, and they're going to have to pop them to defend their base because they are being overrun by this Ursa Warrior. JT with another move, has to BKB up. He bought back previously as Old 11
just TPing out
into the back lines. JT just going to get the hell out of there as Old 11 nearly dies. The life drain his own BKB, keep him up and running. Nothing to say, not quite with the finishing damage as Fly, shiny and golden, moving forward. Hurricane plugs the Ursa back, but in comes the flash. Another ton of control, takes down the Weaver, dead with no buyback. And this looks like it's all over now. Game 2, G2IG charging towards victory. And Old Warrior with nothing left to give but a salute and a say goodnight.
That's right. And, I mean, it really was nothing to say that slammed the door shut, right? All of that magic damage. I feel like this Night Stalker didn't do enough to be able to punish it, right? We saw really early into the game to be able to go back in and have the confidence that with the changes to the Ursa, you can actually look to wipe out Fly. But indeed,